Get on them! Attack, I say!
To your weapons, and don't let up. By my direction, attack! Attack!
Get on them! Attack! Attack!
Attack! I say attack! Strike at them! Attack!
By my will, attack! Attack! Kill them now! To the fight, my friends! Attack!
Don't just stand there! Crack some heads! Their time has come. Destroy them all!
Once more into the breach, my friends!
I want to see suffering.
So many years ago today. Ah, my foster son is up and dressed, I see. Today is the High Harvest Fair, and the West Harbor Village Council requires me to man the archery competition. The human need to celebrate Remembrance Days baffles me, but at least something productive may come of it. The merchant Galen is here. He'll want my furs as he usually does. Coins can be useful in getting by. This past season has been a hard one for both tilled fields and wildlands. While I attend to the archery contest, I will need you to deal with the merchant. Fetch my furs from the chest, over by the painting. Good. I see you have the furs. Galen has probably set up his tent on the village green. He'll be enjoying the fair with the rest of the townsfolk. Last season, I asked him to bring a duskwood bow to trade. Sell him the furs and use the coins it gives you to purchase the bow. Your friends await you at the bridge. I suppose you're anxious to see the fair. But don't forget to trade with Galen.
There you are. Come on, the fair's already started.
It's the biggest fair in years. There's folk in from all the outlying farms, and even a few from outside the mare. That means a big audience.
A big audience, all cheering for us. This year's our last chance to compete for the Harvest Cup. Our last chance to win.
The Mossfelds won both their matches in the Harvest Brawl. They'll be tough to beat, but Amy's bound to win the Tourney of Talent for us.
Between those new spells Tarmus was teaching us and the ones we dug up on our own, I should have enough to impress the crowd. Anyway, I heard Will Mossfeld is doing the same act this year, so that should help my chances.
Oh, gods. Not the pixie impressions again.
We sign up with Georg in the village square. Come on!
Yes, indeed.
Follow me. I have such sights to show you.
And the blight. You're sure it's spreading, Orlin?
It's no blight, Georg. It's something else. There's no mold, no rot. It's like the crops don't want to grow. Like they haven't the guts to up and face the sun.
What do the druids say?
Well, it's just a rub, Georg. There's no druids to be found, not head nor heel. It used to be they'd warned me of troubles, long before I noticed the signs myself. But this time, we're out in silence. You think we ought to say something? Everyone's gathered for the fair, even from the outlying farms.
No. They ought to be free from cares, at least for a day. We'll go round tomorrow. Talk to the households one by one.
Right you are, Georg. Tomorrow, then.
Aha! I've been wondering when I'd see the three of you. Last year to compete, isn't that right?
Better make it count, then. Another victory speech from that muttonhead of a Mossfeld, and I think there'll be a riot.
Rules are the same as ever. Win 3 of the 4 events, and you win the Harvest Cup. Win all 4, and the village council grants you a special prize. And nobody's done that since old Cormac. Well, there's the Harvest Brawl. Old favorite, that one. And the Tourney of Talent. But you've got Amy on your team, so you're certain to win.
Thanks, Georg.
Just the truth, young lady. The archery competition is being run by your foster father, as always. And I managed to convince your master to supervise the Knave's Challenge.
You convinced Tarmus? Our Tarmus?
Told him it was either that or take on 2 more apprentices. And one would be Buckman's lad, the one they call Drooling Jan, is it? Tarmus came right around. Even with Tarmus in charge, the Knave's Challenge will probably be your toughest event, though the Mossfeld boys might say otherwise. If you have any troubles, you know where to find me. Oh, and good luck in the brawl!
Here are my apprentices, both of them. Are you enjoying the fair? Packs of feral children set loose to find trinkets, grown men braining one another with clubs. Do you know they're actually granting prizes for the fattest pig? as if the creatures needed encouragement. I expect you are here for the aptly named Knaves Challenge, surrounded by muck and reek, and why not encourage our children to be thieves as well? That's what I always tell them. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever taught you to pick pockets or break locks. You'll have to find someone who can if you want to compete.
Lock breakers? Pocket pickers? I don't know anyone like that. Do you?
What about Kip? He's always nicking vials from Tarmus, and he's right over there behind the tent.
You look dreadfully pleased with yourselves. You haven't finished the Knaves Challenge already, have you? Thank the gods for my apprentices. The Knaves Challenge is won, and I can go back to being dour and standoffish. I'd go and have a bath, but I'm certain it will rain on me if I stand here long enough.
So, you've decided to compete for the cup, I see. I know this is your last year, but the rules apply to all, even foster sons. Fetch a crossbow from the barrel and take a few shots at the practice target. Are you ready to compete, then? Are you ready to compete then? The rules are the same as last year. 10 shots. Your targets will be old bottles, set atop the crates yonder. 5 is the best score so far. If you remember...
You're... Ah! Ah! Your remains. Ah! 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 I will take special. Ah! Your remain. Ah!
Well done. A perfect score wins the competition outright. I've rarely seen such a fine performance so early in the day. You have a marksman's instinct. That much is plain. Go on now. There's still more of the fair to see.
Follow me. I have
What's
such
up?
sights to show you. Yes.
Let's go!
What's up?
Yep.
Follow me. I have such sights to show you.
You stand as this year's winner in archery, and the first to achieve a perfect score. A fine bow. A fine one, made by one who loves his craft. You may keep the rest of the gold as your allowance for the season. That is all I require of you. No doubt your friends will be eager to return to the fair.
Need some help? Follow the road around the corner, past those hogs on the left. Retta's looking for Amy, I'm sure. There's little enough talent in this town, and everybody loves a magic show. Old Cormac fought in the Harvest Brawl against Bevel's older brother. Stuff of legend, that was.
I hardly remember Lorne. He was practically grown by the time I could walk, and he left town soon after.
That's right, Bevel. Some say it was the fight with Cormac that drove him out. It was the year of the foul harvest, when the crops grew stunted and weak. Not so different from this year, in fact, and folks were anxious for a fair to take their minds off their troubles. Now, it so happened that there were two village lads of the same age, and both of them were big. Now, not just big in a physical sense, mind you, but big in talent, and big in courage, and big in potential. Now, one of them alone would have been too big for this village, but they were two, and the time was ripe for a contest between them. Right you are.
Well done, apprentice.
lijken van zang. لما يفكرين
Yay!
Dobra.
Well, Orland's right. This pig's been enchanted. It's a faint aura, so it could have been a simple enlargement spell, or maybe a potion. Galen's been known to bring special orders from the city. And he keeps them quiet, too. He's good about that.
Or maybe Louis got it from one of those travelers who's gone missing on his land. Remember that bard last season? Louis offered to guide him into the swamp, and he never came back out again.
Well, Retta did give us a scroll of Lesser Dispel. All I'd have to do is read the words.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't we say something to Louis? He's a foul old wretch. But we ought to give him a chance to withdraw his pig from the contest before he's shamed in front of everyone.
Yes.
Well played. Well played. You've won the cup. And all 4 events. Nobody's done that since Cormac. That warrants a special reward, of course. I have a harvest cloak for you, courtesy of the village council. It'll be yours at the end of the day. If there's anything you wanted to do before the award ceremony, now's the time. Maybe a mug of harvest mead to celebrate, eh? I'll meet you at the stage when you're ready for the victory speech. Now, I'm off.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Gather round, mates. Gather round. This harvest fair's a celebration, but it's also a dark anniversary. We all know what else happened on this day. Not so long ago, we nearly lost this village. Almost lost our lives. Almost lost it all. But we came back. Cleared burnt farms. Buried our dead. And put our ashes behind us. And we rebuilt. Tougher and stronger than ever. Long as there's a harvest fair, we won't forget that day. And our young folks, they'll stay tough, long as they compete for the Harvest Cup. So let's hear it for this year's winners. 3 cheers for the Harvest Champions! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
The village is under attack! West Harbor is under attack! You're safe! Grab a weapon. We need to help defend the village. I'm not sure. They can—
We better hurry. I saw some of them following us on our way here. They're likely to hit this house.
It's in that chest next to your bed. Hurry up and arm yourself.